The difference between peaceful and passive parenting is often blurred. This hazy line means peaceful parenting has become associated with parents watching with besotted smiles as their little whirlwind whips around, creating unchecked havoc. The truth is that peaceful parenting does not mean being passive and waiting for inappropriate behavior to correct itself. It also does not mean allowing your child's whims to rule the family. Peaceful parenting is active and engaged. As a peaceful parent, you will try to bring peace to situations. Your child will sometimes bring the storm as they battle against rules and expectations. The temptation may be to avoid messy moments by avoiding the battles. This is passive parenting, and it does not bring peace. Rather, passive and uninvolved parenting leads to children who feel ungrounded and insecure. Without clear boundaries, children are more likely to behave erratically. If you want to parent in a way that promotes peace, you will have to say no at times. You may also need to correct inappropriate behaviors or remove your children from situations they are unable to handle. The difference between authoritarian and peaceful parenting is often in the motive and delivery rather than the substance. An authoritarian parent and a peaceful parent will teach the same lessons. Authoritarian parents, however, will teach through commands and punishments. They are also less likely to connect or display empathy for their children. Authoritarian parents aim for children who will obey and who are afraid to step out of line. As a peaceful parent, you can still hold your child to high standards, however, you do so with kindness. You teach them through connection. Your children will know they are loved, even if they make mistakes. Peaceful parenting aims to empower children to make good choices. As a peaceful parent, you will still sometimes have to enforce consequences for your children's choices. If you can, try to make the consequences positive. Positive consequences are consequences that have a good overall effect on your child's well-being. If your child is struggling to behave well, make the right choices or control their emotions, chances are something needs to change. Perhaps a change in sleep, amount of time on screen or diet could help. Like adults, these things can affect children both physically and emotionally. The changes that you need to make, such as earlier nights, less sugar for a few days or a break from screen time, may feel like punishments to your child. There is, however, a crucial difference. You are not looking for what repercussion would be the most unpleasant for your child, to compel them through fear not to err again. Instead, you are implementing measures that you know will help your child to thrive. A positive consequence may not always be related to physical well-being. It may be that there are skills that your child needs to learn. A child struggling to walk sensibly in the street can be made to hold a parent's hand while they practice walking calmly and paying attention to their surroundings. The consequence offers a chance for them to practice important skills before they are allowed freedom. When you are disciplining as a gentle parent, another area that you should not be passive is that of responsibility. There is a lot of talk nowadays about child-led parenting. While we should look for an account for their needs, children should not be given full parental responsibility. As your child grows, you can allow them to make choices that are appropriate for their age. There will be many opportunities to teach your child responsibility whilst keeping them healthy and safe. As they grow, they will also acquire certain privileges. They must also learn that privileges come with responsibility. If they cannot handle the responsibility, then remove the privilege. Try it again later when you feel that they are ready. Most privileges are paired with responsibilities. For example, a child who is allowed screen time should turn it off when asked, and follow rules about what channels they are allowed on, or what games they can play. If your child is allowed to play in the neighbor's garden, they should play nicely and come to you when called. You might give and take away privileges a few times. Learning responsibility is difficult, and it takes time. In conclusion, peaceful parenting is not passive. It is engaged and active as you look for ways to support, discipline and connect with your child.